Good evening and welcome to high school girls volleyball on Aycorp Sports. Tonight we come to you from the Jim Bidwell Court on the campus of Portageville High School, where the Bulldogs are set to tangle with the Clarkton Reindeer alongside my broadcast partner for the evening, Coach Gentry Vansel. I'm Philip Britt, ready to bring you all the action.
Welcome, Philip, and everyone else to this game. This is a game I have been looking forward to all year. These two teams brought a lot back from really good teams last year, so both teams are coming back pretty strong. They come in with almost identical records. The Clarkton Reindeer are 23-4-1. Portageville Bulldogs are 23-4-2. During the season, these two teams will face 17 common opponents. So far, they have faced 12 common opponents and have each defeated 9 of them. A couple of the games, they have gone opposite ways for these teams. Clarkton defeated Bernie in 3, and Portageville lost to Bernie in 4. Portageville defeated New Madrid in 4, and Clarkton surprisingly lost to New Madrid on September the 24th. I don't know if that was a 4 or 5 set, but right now, Clarkton is on a 7-game winning streak against Portageville, all the way dating back to 2019.
Well, they're about as evenly matched, I think, as any two teams we've seen this year. As we were looking at the records, you know, what you mentioned about the fact that there's basically one tie that's been different for them, it's pretty astonishing. Clarkton's losses have come to Poplar Bluff and Bismarck, both in the SEMO Dig for Life tournament. The game we mentioned about New Madrid, and then to Winona in the championship game of the Gideon Invitational. That Winona team is really good, so they lost that game. And then Portageville's losses have come to Scott City, and then to Notre Dame in the Dig for Life tournament, to Arcadia Valley in the Clearwater tournament, and then last week to Bernie. So I'm looking forward to tonight's game. We'll see. Clarkton is really heavy with seniors, as we mentioned the last time we watched them play. Seniors that have played together for several years. And Portageville's got a couple of seniors, but for the most part, they're juniors and sophomores, and so we'll see if that experience weighs in Clarkton's favor.
I'm looking forward to this. We're probably looking at both teams will be going for Class 1, Class 2 championship tournaments in their Tri-County and the Boot Hill Conference tournament.
Right. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about after a couple of bills, and we'll have the starting lineups.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today, and let's make your dream home a reality.
And we're back here at Portageville on Aycorp Sports. The Clarkton Lady Reindeer are being introduced. Their starters are number 3, Nayli Rivera, number 7, Brinley Cowart, the setter, number 8, Angel Johnson, she's their big hitter, number 9, Miranda Hernandez, she's the libero, number 13, Abby Goings, and number 19, Kaylee Youngblood, and then number 25, Riley Plunkett. For the Portageville Bulldogs, number 5, Briley Adams, number 9, Juliana Priggle, number 11, Glow Farmer, number 15, Maggie Priggle, number 20, Mia Shearer, number 22, Taryn Irby. It looks like they're going to be playing without a libero tonight. So a little different strategy there from Coach Cullums. So, all right. So as I mentioned, 2 Priggles in the starting lineup. There are 4 Priggles on the team. 2 are sisters, and the others are cousins. So we'll try to keep those straight as the night goes on.
That's going to be a challenge for us. 4 of us out here, 4 of them out here.
Who's in the game and who's not at any given time. So we have had Clarkton on this year. We had them against Gideon early in the season. In fact, Gideon's second game of the season, I believe. Clarkton won that, snapping a long regular season losing streak that they had against the Bulldogs. And so we're going to see here how, if Clarkton's experience and that they have, some of these girls have been playing for 4 years. I mean, they've been varsity players for 4 years. And whether that, plays a role in tonight's game. So Portageville gets the first serve. That's Mia Shear with the serve. Picked up a little tip by Angel Johnson. And then a back over by Taryn Irby. Strong on the net, strong net play that time. Found an open spot in the middle of the court.
This team is led strong by Mia Shear. She is a seasoned setter for them on varsity. Does a great job here for them, for Portageville. She does remind me of the Cowart girl here for Clarkton doing the same job.
It was the 22, Irby was in the net on that block, so Clarkton gets the point. It was Kaylee Youngblood with the serve. Good pass that time. There's Johnson hitting out of the middle this time. Pass to Cowart. Little circle behind and good pick up by Juliana Priggle that time, and that was good and over our head and behind us because we're on the end line tonight, behind the Clarkton defense, and so we may get some more volleyballs in our our feet or over our heads.
That's correct. That was a solid hit by Maggie Priggle. She's just a junior right now. She played for JV. She played right side for them last year a lot, and now she's moving out here to strong side. Nice kill.
That was Riley Plunkett that time with a strong cross-court hit from the outside.
So both teams are finding it really hard and short in that short spot right at the top of the key or free throw line and just not moving to that defense just yet. They'll pick it up here.
White's in the game. She makes her presence known pretty quickly in the middle, but off her hands and out of bounds. I think that was Maggie Priggle with that hit. So Irby with the serve. Bump pass set over by Cowart, or by Johnson, sorry. Picked up, set to the middle this time for White, but she got under it, hit it out the back. So another point for Portageville, 4-2 now. Taryn Irby back to serve again. Tough pass, tough receive that time. But that ball hit the ground, so looked like a kill in the book.
Yeah, and I hate to mark it because
I know.
But it is if I was
if you were official scoring.
Yes, I would.
There's Angel Johnson back to serve for Clarkton.
There's a kill.
Yep. Angel Johnson was recognized recently for her 1,000 kills in her career. She's had a really good career as a Clarkton Reindeer, playing alongside Brinley Cowart.
And am I not mistaken, is that 1,000 kills for the varsity level? Is that what that is considered?
Yeah, it's varsity, yeah.
So that is amazing for her. What an accomplishment.
Big block that time by Glow Farmer. She reached up and swatted that ball down.
That is tough.
Not much Brinley Cowart could do on that. She couldn't jump. She's playing in the back row, I think, still. So outside to Rivera. Her first opportunity to swing away at a ball. Farmer again with the
and when the spot is open, they're going to just keep it. And I think they've kind of done their homework a little bit. They
Yep.
see that spot.
And Coach saw that spot too, and she's made a substitution because she didn't like that spot being open. Lexi Priggle back to serve for Portageville. A miscommunication that time. Cowart was trying to get to that ball. So Coach Cowart's going to take a timeout at 8-3 here in set number 1. We'll be back after 30 seconds. We're back here in Portageville High School on Aycorp Sports. Volleyball action, set number 1. To reset the Portageville Bulldogs out to an 8-3 lead early here in set number 1. Coach Cowart called a timeout. What do you think she's trying to tell her?
This is not the pace Clarkton is used to. This is just a little bit slower of a pace. I don't see the energy right now in this. They're letting balls drop that is not characteristic of Clarkton, and she knows it. And they know it, and let's see what they do. We got a new sub back in here. We got number 3 back in. Rivera's back in. Let's see what happens.
Johnson out of the back row, but hits it long. It was a set play, and I think maybe what she was looking for out of that, but didn't work the way she'd wanted. 9-3 now. Lexi Priggle back to serve. Good pass. Set to the right side that time for Plunkett. This time Plunkett sets to the middle to White. Off the block, picked up. Plunkett again with the set, this time too close to the net. They got them out of system twice that time in that rally.
And Portageville did not get the pass set hit that they needed to get, but they did put it hard to where Clarkton had to make some adjustments.
Just Plunkett up to hit again. Free ball over. Let's see what Clarkton can do with it this time. Set to the outside to Rivera, hit it into the net. Not sure if Johnson thought that ball was coming to her or not. It looked like she kind of thought it was, but either way, there was a little bit of lack of communication there. Lexi Priggle back again to serve at 11-3 now. You're right, Clarkton does appear to be a little out of sorts, but there's White with a hit into the back corner. Found an empty spot.
You know, I'm also seeing Lexi Priggle serve short there, and it's fine. It actually throws them off a little bit, and I do like that. I don't know if she intentionally is doing it, but that's her serve. But it's awesome that she can do that and throw a little kink in them.
Right. Rivera got over the top of that one. Nice hit, but picked up nicely by Taryn Irby. And then there's Chloe Farmer again on the front row, putting that ball down.
That's what she's there for.
Yep. Now she's in the back row, so we'll see how that changes things.
She jumps well. She plays the court well.
She's a presence for sure. So 13-4 now. Farmer back to serve again. Got quiet in here all of a sudden. So set over, free ball. Same thing back from Portageville. Outside to Rivera. Good solid hit picked up by Irby on the back row. I think that hit one of the sound deflectors up above and caused them some problems that time.
Irby last year played middle for Portageville on JV and did an amazing job, and we were anxious. We talked about her last year. Looking forward to seeing her here on this varsity level.
Right. Set to the outside to Youngblood, tipped it over. Briley Adams with the hit that time. Johnson just punched it back over the net. Free ball over, this time back into system. Rivera out of the middle. Picked up. There's Farmer again in the back row this time, picking balls up. Set to Youngblood, picked up nicely. I think Burnley Cowart twisted her ankle, it looks like. So that'll be a real challenge for Clarkton if they're down their leader. You know, she was recognized recently at a home game for 3,000 assists and 1,000 digs.
Wow.
I mean, that's a heck of a career.
That is.
And so, you know, just the things she's been able to accomplish as a 4-year starter on this team and really as the captain of the team for 4 years. But she's really in a lot of pain right now. So we're going to go ahead and move on while Coach tends to her on the sidelines. Juliana Priggle back to serve for the Bulldogs. Rivera with the hit back over. Adams with the return. Out. So nice attempt there by Youngblood.
Nice attempt.
Just missed the line, just out. 15-5 now.
Let's see what Clarkton can do.
Number 12, Denise Wellington, is in as the setter right now, and I don't know if that's a position she's used to playing much. So hit the ceiling again, but they were able to play that one over. Youngblood with the hit. There's Irby out of the front row, out of the middle again. Johnson from the back row that time found the spot, got the kill. Off the hands and out of bounds.
So this is a busy week for Portageville. It is homecoming week. It is Soybean Festival. There is a junior high ball game going on, or a JV game going on back here, football going on. Just lots going on. And here for Portageville.
Rivera put that one into the net. So into the game comes Mia Shear back into the game, and Maggie Priggle back into the game for the Bulldogs. Mia Shear, at this, you know, you're at a point right now where they need to make Clarkton do something with the ball. So just getting the ball in on serves is hugely important for them. I said Johnson up with the block. Rivera out of the back row that time, but hit it into the net. We've seen her have some really good games, and she's struggled a little bit tonight to start off with.
She has, but she can reset here.
She can.
I love how she jumps. I just love watching her play and jump.
So athletic. That's out.
So Portageville doesn't need to do this. They need to go ahead and, you know, their score is it's 17-8 right now. If they want to compete and at this level where we're going into postseason, we need to go ahead and finish someone.
Yeah, they've got to recognize that they've got an advantage right now.
That's right.
They need to put the hammer down, basically. And there's a hit into the net.
And it's been 4 missed serves.
Yes, by Denise Wellington that time for the Reindeer. So Irby back to serve for the Bulldogs. Got Farmer back up front for Portageville. And she is into the net or under it, one or the other. Pass was just too close to the net for her.
It was not good.
Much better initial pass, but not the best placement on the set, but that's all right. Priggle with a swing from the right side.
It was a good hit.
Out.
So right now when Priggle was in front row, I really felt like that was Portageville's strongest rotation.
Right.
Priggle and Glow, and number 9, Juliana. Sorry, Priggle. and that was one of their stronger rotations. But everyone knows they're going to go to low. We
Right
all
now,
know it.
yes, right now that's for
but
sure.
I really think she is, Maggie is your kind of your secret over there.
Right.
Use her.
So Lexi Priggle there with the ace, hit it deep into the court, and Clarkton let it go in. And so Coach Cowart's going to take a second timeout, her second timeout of the set, but it's 20-9, so she needed to do something to kind of straighten things up. So we'll take a quick break, be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Portageville Gymnasium, Jim Bidwell Court. The Portageville Bulldogs have a significant lead, 20-9, but Brinley Cowart got taped up and is back into the game. We'll see what her presence does. I mean, 20-9, it's going to be tough to overcome that in this set, but we'll see what going forward she's able to contribute to this team.
You know she's hurting, but she sure is not going to show it right now.
She wasn't limping at all. She's gritting her teeth, I know, and fighting it. But
and that's what they needed to do. Clarkton needed to do just that right there. There it is.
So they got two in-system plays, both with good passes to Cowart. She didn't even have to move to get to set the ball.
And that's what Clarkton's going to have to do. They're going to have to see that they're going to have to pass better. And then Portageville now, they just can't let free balls come over. Clarkton's going to make them pay, but Clarkton sure can't miss those serves.
Right. Riley Plunkett that time with the serve into the net. So 21-10.
The barrel's back in for Clarkton.
And Farmer back to serve for the Bulldogs. A lot of movement on that ball there, really a lot of movement. Youngblood with the hit, picked up nicely by Irby. Good pass, back set to Youngblood. Not played too well by the Bulldogs.
Good save by Angel Johnson.
Very much so. And there's Rivera hitting it high and out again. So she's still doesn't quite have her timing on, but she'll get there. 22-10 now. Farmer back to serve. Not a good pass that time. And again, we talked about not making Brinley Cowart run too much or move too much. You know, she's literally just gritting her teeth and showing no emotion, but she's got to be in a lot of pain. Appears to be. Nice set to White, but White hits it out from the right side. So set point here. Portageville with the set point at 24-10. Farmer back to serve for the set. Set number one. And that's it. So that's set number one. Goes to the Portageville Bulldogs. They dominated that set all the way through, but were able to take that 25-10. We'll be back after a minute or so, and we'll talk about set number one and get ready for set number two.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. For 90 years. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at the Portageville High School Gymnasium. First set goes to Portageville. The Bulldogs pulled it out, 25-14. The Oh, 25-10. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. So what do we need? What do we want to see from these two teams in set number 2? What did you see there that made you want to see something different?
So both teams missed too many serves right off the bat, and they both know it. Love to see a little more energy from both teams. And Portageville did a good job of when they did have to send free balls, they put it to Cowart to where she had to play out of system balls. And Portageville needs to get those hits in. A lot of hits were out in the net. A lot of just, I don't know. It just wasn't the Clarkton team. Clarkton team was not the Clarkton team I'm used to seeing right now. Portageville needs to come in here and just, if they want to go ahead and win it, let's just go ahead and go ahead and put it down and put it away. I want to see Clarkton come out here because this was not the Clarkton team we're used to.
Right.
And Brinley being hurt, I think that threw a little kink in it as well.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I mean, we know for sure she's not 100%. She's sitting on the bench right now, still in a lot of pain, and I don't know that she's going to be able to go. But Portageville, they weren't hitting the ball hard. I mean, neither team was hitting the ball hard, and I was surprised by that because I thought coming in, both these teams have a reputation for hitting the volleyball,
yes,
well, and we haven't really seen that yet from either team.
Right. I think it's I don't know. I'm anxious to see to reset, restart, and let's start a different game here. Coach Cowart is using her full timeout right now, and she is really, really, really instructing and talking, and the girls are listening. They're attentive, and let's see what we got right now.
All right, so that's the full 3 minutes.
I also would like to see Angel Johnson get set up.
Yep.
She really wasn't set up enough, using her in the back row, using her in the front row like they did when we played Gideon, or when they played Gideon. They used her constantly.
They did. I mean, she was being set on every other ball at least.
Yes. She needs more swings.
Yep. So I think the key right now, I mean, Coach, tell me what you think, but I think what we mentioned earlier, not requiring their setter to move a lot.
That's right.
For Clarkton, because right now, she's not even close to 100%. So if they can pass the ball to her, that's going to be a benefit. But if I was Portageville, I'd hit the ball right at her every time.
I know, and you hate to do that, but
but
it's the game.
That's right, and you're wanting to win a district championship and win a, move on. You got to have that killer instinct, so to speak. So
yes, and those errors like that for Clarkton, not characteristic.
Right.
Again, and those can't happen right now.
So Portageville scores the first point. Briley Adams back with the serve. Set to the outside to Johnson. There's Johnson swinging away. Good block, though, by Portageville.
That's what
Farmer
Clarkton's
went
going to
up.
have to do.
Right. Farmer went up, and Johnson was there with the block, and she hit it into the net. So they've got both teams coming out a little bit more aggressive. And
there was no block.
There was Irby that time with that strong hit. No block at all, and a strong hit. Thank you. That was me saying thank you to one of our cables got knocked down by the ball, and so
the
line judge was helping us out there. Little bump set.
Oh.
Cowart having to dive after that ball. You can just see her cringe as she hits the floor. Nice cut that time by Juliana Priggle on that ball, but picked up by Clarkton.
There it is.
And then hit it right where, Rivera hit that one where nobody was really apt to take it. So
Clarkton now, and I know Coach Cowart probably told them if it's not any close, then she's going to be yelling help a lot more. I haven't heard her yell help very much in the last games I've seen her play, but now she is. But that's fine.
Yes, absolutely. The team's got to be willing. You've got to understand that there are going to be times you've got to play when somebody's hurt, when somebody's not 100%. So.
And that was a solid hit, and I think it was by Maggie Priggle. I'm not for sure. For Portageville.
And then she's back
and then
out.
She's back out, yes. And her cousin, number 12,
Lexi Priggle
comes in.
Back to serve. There's Johnson with a strong swing from the right side that time. Good set, good hit.
So we hope all the Priggles are picking cotton and listening to their daughters
That's right.
play today.
That's right. So Johnson back with the serve. Oh, there's White patrolling the net nicely in the middle that time.
You know, I've noticed her more this time. The last time I thought maybe she just was a little bit in the way, but from what we understand about her, this is only her second year to play.
Right.
So what a great, what great improvement we've seen here.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. She got the block up a little late that time, and Farmer was able to hit over it, and the defense couldn't handle it. So another point. Now it's 4-4. And Farmer back to serve for the Bulldogs.
Now this is what we came to see.
Absolutely. This is much more aggressive, much more energetic.
Yes.
Good serve that time by Farmer. Johnson and Farmer are both in the top, according to Max Preps, in the top 25 in kills on the year. And so I expected, that's why I said earlier, I expected there to be a whole lot more swinging away in that first set when there wasn't. So Farmer hits that one long. Clarkton reacted and watched it go out. So that brings Riley Plunkett back to serve for the Reindeer. And a good serve that time. She had one into the net earlier, and that was a really nice serve. But good eyes that time by Juliana Priggle. She saw exactly where that ball needed to go and put it right there. She knew she had the defense shifted to the right side of the court.
So smart. I do know this, talking with her coach in the previous times. They do work on a lot of spot serving, and it worked there.
Nice job by White that time with the block. Free ball over. Let's see what Portageville can do with it. Oh, big block that time by White. It was Briley Adams with the hit, but White got herself back into position because she was moving all over the court, but she got herself back into position with that block. A big solo block, Cross court by Irby. Johnson with the pickup. Youngblood playing on that outside right now. Rivera out of the middle that time, but off the net. Youngblood again, this time off hands and out of bounds.
Portageville missed a few blocks right there that time and just didn't go up and block, and it cost them.
Yep, so it's 7-6. Clarkton with the lead, and White back to serve. Adams with that hit that time, picked up by the libero Hernandez. Johnson with the pass, picked up by Priggle in the back row, Juliana Priggle that time. Rivera quick with a jump in the middle. Picked up by Farmer in the back row that time. Pass to the outside to Youngblood, and off hands and out. Good location with where she hit that ball. She didn't hit it with a lot of speed, but perfect location.
It wasn't. I thought maybe it looked out, almost out back there, but she took it.
No, I think it was going to be in. I think she felt like she had to, and that was just a perfect placement. But then White hit that one out.
Coach is going to let her play.
Yeah,
back
she did
row.
last time around too. So she's. It's possible that she substituted the person who usually substitutes for her setter earlier. But that was in the set before, so I guess she's still letting her play, so that's good.
Wow, she got up and blocked. Rivera did.
She's such a quick leaper too. I mean, she's just quick off the floor.
Glow from the back row.
Good pickup by Johnson. Youngblood again. Youngblood's playing good on the front row right now. There's Rivera. She's feeling it now.
She's got it.
You know, she just athletically, she reminds me a lot of a girl that played for you, Macy New.
Yes.
She's not quite as tall as Macy, I don't think, but she really jumps well and is quick off the floor. And not just that she can jump, but she's very quick getting up, so her block's seldom late. But she's got to get that serve in.
That serve in. I knew when she went back there it was just too fast. I thought, turn around and take a breath.
Yep.
They forget to breathe sometimes. Just breathe.
Especially when they're playing so hard. You
Yes.
need to just take a stop for a second. Angel Johnson, picked up by Juliana Priggle in the back row. Johnson up with the block again, but Farmer hit that one into the net. So
Portageville's really going to have to step it up now. They need to get their passes better. They've got too many that's been too close to the net. Right now, Portageville has their best lineup out there. I feel like on the front row especially.
Yes.
Right there.
Irby with a solid hit that time. Hernandez could not pick that one up in the back row.
So
Good, strong
Portageville,
hit.
even still right now, I still feel like this is some of their stronger rotations that they can go anywhere. And it's going to be a challenge.
You've got a number of girls that can hit the ball
Yes.
in the front row right now. So it's a little unsure as to where that set was going, I think. Good, good try. Good pick up out of the net, but called a lift on her for.
And that was a kill for Maggie Priggle.
Yep. So Irby back to serve again for the Bulldogs. Quick tip over by Cowart that time.
There it is.
Good strong hit that time from, who hit that ball?
That was
that
Glow.
Farmer
Glow
that time?
Farmer.
Yeah, so strong hit from Farmer that time.
If you're not parked at the top of the key, you're probably not going to get hers.
Right, it's out.
It's out.
So Irby trying to find that back corner and hit it wide on the serve.
So 2 missed serves from both teams right now at a game tied. That's big.
Yep. So Cowart's back to serve. She's definitely showing us how tough she is as a player, I tell you what. Because we saw the look on her face after she hurt her ankle, and they're still playing. Gotta wake up. There we go. Gotta wake up, everybody. Oh, and Johnson with a strong hit that time.
What a hit.
After a great play by Portageville to keep that ball alive. And some of the Clarkton players almost felt like that they had won the point, and so, but they were able to turn around and make that play.
Whistle didn't blow yet.
Johnson with a strong hit. Cowart hit that one into the net, so it's tied up again, 12-12. The double substitution coming in again for the Bulldogs.
So I've been in Coach Cowart's situation. This is just not her player. This is her daughter, and she is hurting.
Yep.
And it's tough to do that. Bless her heart.
Absolutely. You know what that's like. And
she's even crying right now on the floor because she hurts.
But she sure doesn't want to come out of the game. She's going to do everything she can to stay out there. But, I mean, the question becomes at some point, is 50% of Brindley Cowart better than anybody else on the bench?
That's right.
But the other issue is there's a lot more games this season after this one, and the thing you don't want to do is let her stay out there and actually hurt herself worse. So that's
their call.
That's what the coach is having to weigh right now for sure. Because this is an important game, but not from a district standpoint, not from a playoff standpoint, not from a conference standpoint. None of those things.
This is just a great game to have.
Absolutely.
And to have these two teams so close to each other. That's, 25 minutes up the road. That's it.
Right. A lot of movement on that serve by.
And she can't get to it.
That pass is way up close to the net. So 14-13 now. And we're going to substitute. Okay, so I was confused there for a second, but it looks like we got it all worked out that time. So Farmer back to serve again, and just barely cleared the net. Rivera with a hit out of the back row that no one really expected, but picked up nicely by Portageville. And White with the hit, picked up by Irby. White didn't quite get that block up that time. Rivera with the swing and out.
Good hustle by both teams that time.
Yeah, good rally.
Good rally. The set by the sophomore sophomore setter for Portageville was really pretty back there with those nice hands.
Big block, but off her hands and out of bounds.
Clarkton needs one good pass here. They got a good front row right now with Plunkett and
White.
And White, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Coach has called
timeout.
timeout. We're going to stay here this time. You know, we keep trying to bring you as many high school volleyball and football games as we can. This week we're doing 3 volleyball games, this game, and then tomorrow night we got a big Tri-County Conference matchup between the Risco Tigers and the North Penobscot Mustangs at Wardell. Both of those teams are, I think, on the rise. They're both playing really well this year. Thursday night we'll be coming to you from Notre Dame Regional High School, where the Bulldogs take on the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. That should be a match to behold. Those two teams are both solid teams this year. Always are, but I think they're going to be really evenly matched. And then Friday night, Jim Riker and Corey Sisk will bring you the football action from Scott City, where the Rams will be hosting the Charleston Blue Jays. So very exciting. Keep an eye on our social media, Aycorp Sports and Aycorp Media, for links to all those games.
So the Notre Dame Saxony is also a district game, huge district, and they're probably waiting on that game to see where everybody's going to be seated.
That's probably right.
And
shake everything out.
That's right.
Pass to the outside, picked up nicely. Oh, free ball over. Set to the middle to Adams, and Adams finds the spot.
Yeah, she typically would have got that ball.
Yeah.
And her mom just said, "Hey, that's okay. It's okay."
Yeah, I mean, she's doing everything she can out there right now. I mean, it's just
perfect pass though, right there.
Very nice pass, and then Johnson out of the back row, picked up, but not the best pass, because she was just doing everything just to defend herself at that point. And Rivera, that set was right on the net. Not much she could do with it.
For her, anything that is going to be set on the net, what we call tight, is going to be a struggle.
Yep. She can get up, but back off the net is much
it's hard.
Easier for her than right up close. Good pass. Outside. That one was set pretty nicely. She just hit it into the net. But Coach expects more out of her than that, I think.
I think she does too.
You know, and it's, she's got in her head about the serve receive, because, she started out her career with Clarkton as a libero. She was a freshman libero first year we watched these kids play, and she can pass the ball. It's just a challenge for her right now. She's kind of got it in her head, I think. And there's Adams again and White with the block.
There's Plunkett.
Plunkett with the hit from the right side, picked up. Little pass to Johnson out of the back row. Irby with the serve receive, and that time that set was just too close to the net.
Trouble.
Lexi Priggle with the set that time, just a little bit too tight.
So we have Youngblood.
Youngblood back into the game on the front row. Plunkett with the serve.
Oh. Hit the floor.
Yes, it did. She tried to get to it, but just could not get to it.
So this really has been a better set.
Oh, absolutely.
But the score doesn't show it just yet, but it truly has been.
Been much more competitive. Both teams much more aggressive, and what you mentioned, more energy. Priggle with the set. Adams that time with the block from White. Rivera up again. This time she got it over, and there's White waiting to poach that ball. That overpass came over, and there wasn't much Irby could do about that.
She has improved so much there in the middle.
Think about how she would be if she'd played for the last
I know.
5 years. 3 years of high school, and
That's right.
like these other young ladies have played a lot. They played since they were third grade.
grader.
Exactly.
That's what I keep on thinking. I thought, oh my gosh.
Yep. Eliza Priggle with the attempted hit and into the net.
So Liza is one of the 2 seniors here for Portageville.
Right. So Abby Goings with the serve that time for the Reindeer. And then that was out. He called a touch. Line judge called a touch.
Know. Yeah, I think he just likes to touch the top of his flag.
Don't know. Maybe so. Maybe he doesn't realize that
he
that's
didn't,
what that means. So, okay.
That's fine. I do like that they have adults here. He is actually a coach, and we also have a assistant principal down there, or principal down there calling the game. Very nice for them right here.
Yes. So there was an ace for Goings, 21-18. Little momentum swing here in favor of the Reindeer if they can continue to serve, if Goings continue to serve. A little miscommunication there by the Portageville Bulldogs in the back row. Coach Kellum says, we're going to take a timeout. Let's take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them and be back in 30 seconds.
What First State Community Bank means to me is, it says it in its name, community.
We're family, we care about one another, whether it's in our SEMO markets or we can reach out to someone in Farmington, Columbia. They're always there to assist.
We are very customer focused. Our employees do a great job with listening to the customers.
The tellers know 100% of all customers by their name.
If you want to feel at home, then walk into the doors of First State Community Bank.
We're back here at Portageville High School. The timeout taken by Portageville to try to stem this momentum that Clarkton has gotten over the last few serves. We'll see if the coach should get credit for this point or not. A lot of times that timeout will come right at the time to kind of stem the momentum, and so we'll see if that happens here. We'll see if Goings can get back out there.
Portageville needs to get one more rotation, and then they get some other different hitters as well.
Right.
So they're a little short right now in the front row.
Yeah, this is not their strongest rotation. Right.
Yes.
So we'll see what Goings can do coming out of the timeout. She gets a good serve in, so from that standpoint, she did what they wanted her to do. Hit it back up. Oh, almost hit it back over.
Oh.
Really good try, though. Really good try. I thought that was going to be over, too. It just clipped the net and fell back on this side. So
almost.
Point for the Bulldogs. So Mia Shear back to serve at 22-19. Good pass by Goings. Picked up by Priggle in the back row. And then Priggle hitting out of the front row. Different Priggles.
Wow, that ball went over.
Sure did.
That's amazing.
And she was in it's called a lift.
She crossed the line.
Okay.
Mr. Baldwin called it crossing the line.
Gotcha.
And she did.
So you can step on the line, you can't step across the line, you can't get into the net.
Yeah.
So just for folks who may or may not understand what that rule is.
It's a perfect pass from Kirby. What a struggle that was for her.
22-21 now. Clarkton has really fought back because, I think it was 21-14, I believe, when you mentioned that it was a much closer match, but didn't look like it on the scoreboard, but it does now, 22-22.
So Clarkton has just, said, hey, we're going to,
and then right into the net.
Yeah, that's 2 for her this set.
Yeah.
Not including, I think, 2 from the previous set. So Clarkton has really scored on their mistakes.
Yep. Briley Adams back to serve for the Bulldogs. Rivera with a good pass. She didn't let it bother her that time. Then Johnson with a shot down the line. I think they thought it was going to be out, but that was well in and just a perfect spot on that hit. No big block up that time.
That's the first line shot we've seen tonight.
Yep. Tough
Way
pass.
far out.
Got it over, though. That was the call. Under the net?
Under the net.
Okay.
We have game point now.
Yep. So set point for set number 2 for the Portageville Bulldogs. Irby back to serve. Picked up by Hernandez. Set to the middle to Johnson. Swinging away that time and got the point. So tied it up. So we won't win. No one will win this one at 25 points. As you all know out there, hopefully you have to win by 2. So it's 24-24. And Brinley Cowart back to serve for the Reindeer. It's pass and long, no touch.
No touch.
He's still touching the top of his flag, but it wasn't out. it wasn't a touch.
I'm not looking at him right now.
So timeout for Portageville. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll take a timeout with them.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag. Back and better than ever. Just $6.99. Mix and match any 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Any 2 plus fries and a drink, all just $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag. Loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck.
We're back here at the Portageville High School Gymnasium. High school volleyball on Aycorp Sports. It's reset. The Portageville Bulldogs won set number 1. Here we are late in set number 2. In fact, we're in extra points. It's 25-24. The Clarkton Reindeer with the lead. Brinley Cowart back to serve for the Reindeer.
Both teams right now have good lineups in the front row. Let's see what they can use.
The nerves are there, though. You can tell that. Johnson swinging away and picked up nicely, but she's there to put that back over. Farmer swinging away and down and in. Tied it up again, 25-25.
So right now we have even kills on both teams. Both teams have, that's what the game shows, about 10 each.
Much better, much more aggressive than set number 1.
Let's see if our sophomore setter can keep her nerves in.
Lexi Priggle back to serve. Cowart with the pass back to Johnson. Out of system that time. White with the hit. Good play by the Bulldogs team. Set to the middle to White again, and off hands and out.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed with her.
She's played really well, especially the second set. She's been really solid in the middle. And I mean, part of that may be getting to play all the way around. She's in the game. She's in the game all the way around and staying focused. So Johnson with the serve for the Reindeer. And that ball is not coming back over. So Clarkton wins the set, 27-25. So what a much better, exciting set number 2 was. So let's take a quick break, pay a couple bills, and we'll be back to recap set number 2.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
Do you need personalized merchandise? Trying to celebrate the season of that big state run? Then Juju Promotions in New Madrid has you covered. Whether it's heat presses, screen printing, or embroidery, we always have an option that will leave you satisfied and looking your best. With seasonal styles and plenty of accessories, there's something here for everyone. So come in and shop around. You'll be welcome with a smile and leave more fashionable than ever. Call us at 573-748-4040 or visit us in New Madrid.
All right, back here in the Portageville High School Gymnasium, high school volleyball on Aycorp Sports. So it's 1-1 now, 1 set each. Portageville Bulldogs took set number 1 convincingly, 25-10. the Reindeer battled back from down 21-14 to actually win that second set 27-25. That showed a lot of gumption. During the breaks, during the timeouts, Brinley Coward has ice on her ankle over there on the sideline. She's showing a lot of guts, but the question, remains, how much do you push her? How hard do you ride her tonight? Because, as we mentioned, tonight's game is not that important in the overall grand scheme of things for this Clarkton Reindeer team. The only way they're going to progress to win their district and progress beyond that is with Brinley Coward at full 100% strength.
So next week is the conference tournaments, and you want her to be good for that. They do have a wonderful chance of winning that conference tournament, and they know it, and so they need her rested good and well for that. I'm imagining they got first place if the seeds have come out already.
I don't think they have, but I'm sure they will have first seed because they've beaten Bernie, they beat Gideon. All the teams that would challenge them for number one seed, they've defeated them. So in that district,
I do not know who else Clarkton has this week. I'm looking for that to see.
So Clarkton has Kennett tomorrow night.
Kennett, okay.
And then Scott City on Wednesday night, and then Bloomfield on Friday night. So they've got a really tough week, but a tough week leading up to the playoff times. And that's what you want, is a tough week leading into playoff.
Yes.
But again, none of those games, with the exception of Bloomfield, is a district game.
That's right.
So from their standpoint, we've just got to get there healthy.
So she may let her rest a game and see what she has, and she may say, "Mom, I'm good, Coach.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
good to go." I love it. Portageville on their hand right now. Portageville has a great team this year. I'm looking so forward to seeing them in this conference and in their district. They should, now knock on something, they should come out and win. But to me, they're going to have to step it up just a little bit more.
Yeah, they let down a little bit there late in that second set. I don't know that Clarkton played that much better than they played, but they certainly Portageville let down a little bit. So they've got to be able to keep pushing that. We are going to be here back here next week on Thursday night for the Boot Hill Conference Championship game. That'll be next Thursday night here from Portageville. We'll have the junior varsity and the varsity matches that night. Good pass, good set that time. There's
Portageville setter
Youngblood again, and tipped out that time by Priggle.
So Portageville setter went ahead and flung on and had a couple problems getting up, and
slows things down for them for sure. So 1-1. Hernandez back to serve for the Reindeer. Pass to the middle, set to the middle, and off Johnson's hands and out of bounds.
She was too far over to her left, that Johnson was.
And she was opened up a little bit, so that ball just went off her hands and out of bounds. So Adams back to serve for the Bulldogs. Nice pass that time. There's Johnson and Irby going at it in the middle of the court. Johnson made a really good play that time off the block, but no one able to get to the ball after she picked it up. So that was Farmer hitting it into the block and scoring the point.
Right.
Adams back again. Ball right on the line. Good pickup in the back row by Adams that time. Johnson swinging away again. That time it could not be picked up. Shear tried, but it was off her hands. So White's back in on the front row. This is their, on a normal night when Coward is at her at 100%, this is their best rotation. We've seen this rotation because she can cover the court, and you've got those, you got White and Johnson on the front row. They actually against Gideon, they blocked really well together.
They did.
You know, they threw up a double block, and that time Farmer hit that right into White's block. She was late getting over and couldn't handle that ball.
I thought for a minute Plunkett was going to double block with her there, but
almost
looked like it.
Was kind of not in the way, but just kind of impeded her a little bit getting to where she needed to be.
Way to do something with that for Glow.
Johnson with a full swing that time. And going to call a double contact on that ball. Pushed it over the net, but hit it twice.
Set just wasn't quite high enough for her.
Right. So Johnson back to serve for the Reindeer at behind 4-3 here in set number 3. Herbie swinging out of the back row and out. And that's going to hit us twice. Nope, did not hit us twice. In fact, it only hit the table. That's pretty good. Good job.
And we didn't lose anything.
I know. When nothing got knocked out, the power didn't get knocked out or anything. Knock wood. So Johnson with another serve at 4-4. There's Farmer with the set coming over her shoulder. That's a tough ball to hit, but she made it work. Free ball back over by Clarkton. Not.
Way to save it for Portageville.
Okay, I guess Clarkton did hit that ball.
Yes.
Coach Cowart was thinking that that ball didn't come over, so that ball should have been multiple hits on the other side, but I think maybe White got her hand on it on coming over the net. So it's 5-4 Portageville. And that was Lexi Priggle with the serve. Johnson swinging out of the back row and out.
No touch.
No touch. she just missed her spot that time. She was swinging for that back line and just missed it short, or just missed it long. Rivera with the pass. Nice back set that time by Brinley Cowart to Plunkett. Cowart has such good hands, and even doing it off 1 foot, which about half the time she's holding that 1 foot up.
She is. You can tell. She just raises it up.
But she's still got, great touch.
She does. But I have heard her yell for help more than she ever has.
Yeah. White with a nice play, picked up nicely by Portageville. Set to the outside that time, and Rivera got the swing off hands and out of bounds that time.
There's the Rivera we're used to.
She just keeps swinging, though. You got to give her credit for that. I mean, she got down on herself a little bit early, but she continues to swing, and so you got to give her credit for keep working. Johnson saved that ball, but it was too close to the net for anybody to be able to handle. So it's 7-6, but I know the Reindeer are probably happy because Farmer's now in the back row.
Back row, that's right.
I mean, she's got a good serve, but you don't have to deal with her hitting the ball or blocking from the back row. I mean, at least not on the net.
That was a good hit from Liza Priggle on the right side.
So Adams blocked that time by White. White goes up, slaps it down.
A lot of net play right now.
Yep.
There it was. Smart.
Very smart play. Very smart play.
She's not super tall out there, but she was smart. That's all it took. She's just playing smart.
So Farmer with a really tough serve to handle there for Rivera. That ball there was a lot of movement on that ball. We're behind Rivera on the end line, and that ball moved a lot. But she's gonna come right back to her again. That's where she's decided to serve the ball. And she and Libero Hernandez got a little crossways there. White hits it out. So 9-6 now.
Just some simple mistakes here with Clarkton. Hitting it out, hitting the net, bad pass, and then it changes the game. And so now we got to fight again.
So for Portageville's standpoint, I mean,
it's good.
They, Farmer, look, maybe she just got tired there hitting, serving. I don't know. She let up a little bit on that serve. She'd put 4 in the right spot and then hit that one into the net. So
We talk about having 4 Priggles on the team. We also have 2 Farmers on the team. So
Right.
Glow has a sister, the sophomore. She plays JV middle. Her name is Dee Dee. So we'll be with that next year.
Yep. It's all right. It's fun.
Oh, yes.
Because they play really well together. I tell you, this is a good team. This is a solid team. Goings back to serve for the Reindeer. Set to the outside to Adams and into the net.
Portageville really needs to get a pass set hit right now off this serve.
Yep. Adams is the other senior on this
Yes.
Portageville squad. She's been solid. We've called her name a lot tonight. She's just a solid, strong player all around the court. Good pick up
save.
there by Johnson. Tipped by Youngblood.
Coach is wanting 2 over there called. Coach from Portageville is. There, that's tough. She can't do it. Brindley Coward can't do anything close to the net tonight.
Right. So that was an interesting cut serve there. For Rivera with a good swing that time, but just clipped the top of the net. I don't know if that set was a little low for her. I don't know, but she sure had a good swing on that ball.
Just a little low.
But good serves by Juliana Priggle. She continues to serve well for the Bulldogs. Free ball back over by Youngblood. And Rivera in the net that time.
So in order for Rivera to block up there,
13-9.
she really has to push up and forward, and
Right.
because of her height, it's just she's probably going to get in the net more easily than White does.
Yep, absolutely. Good pass that time by Hernandez. Johnson with the swing away and off hands and out of bounds. That was a tough hit. Lexi Priggle got her hands on it, but it flew off her hands and out of bounds. Not much she could do with it.
She was still talking about it. Good spot.
Nice spot.
Told ya.
Yep, she found that spot. Liza Priggle that time found the spot.
Coach has other choices on that line down there with taller height,
Right.
but you can't get that. That is great for Liza Priggle. What a good game for her right now.
Hernandez with a good pass. Johnson swinging away and down and in.
That's what Clarkton's going to have to come back and win. This is good rotation right here, too.
Yes.
Brindley's not going to have to move as much for Clarkton.
Right. She's in the front row,
She's in the front.
she doesn't have to run around everywhere trying to get to the ball. Nice swing that time by Irby. Taryn Irby with the hit. She cut that one just where she wanted it. 15-11 now. Portageville with the lead and the serve. Senior Briley Adams back to serve for the Bulldogs. Libero played that one over her head. Not much she could do with it when she did that. So we'll take a quick timeout here with the Reindeer and the Bulldogs. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Senator Jason Bean is proud to represent Southeast Missouri and the Boot Heel in the Missouri Senate. High school football is a positive avenue for our student athletes to build character, compete, and grow. Senator Jason Bean wishes all our student athletes and coaches a successful season.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
And we're back here in the Portageville High School Gymnasium. Let's reset a little bit. 16-11, the Portageville Bulldogs lead here in set number 3, having split the first 2 sets with the Clarkton Reindeer. Coach Cowart was very animated in that timeout, trying to get her point through to her team that they've got to refocus and have more energy again. This set looks like a different team than what we saw in set number 2.
That's right. Portageville has stepped up.
They have. Portageville looks like a different team as well. I agree. She got that timeout at a good time. they were able to win the point. So 16-12 now for the Reindeer. Reindeer down 4, but got the serve back. So Brinley Cowart back to serve. This is what we mentioned earlier is probably their best rotation. We'll see what they can do out of this rotation. There's Glow Farmer with a swing. White late getting over on that block and off her hands and out of bounds. Joe Baldwin chasing the ball down.
We hope we don't run too much.
Referee Joe Baldwin has been an official for a long time here in Southeast Missouri, and
he's laughing at
really
us.
good referee, a good, and just a good guy, And out. Line judge called it in, and I couldn't. There's a glare on the court right on that line for me. It's hard to see, so
we're not in the best spot.
We're not for that line. So 17-13 now. And that was in, too.
It was in. She put that ball away.
That was a good hit by Farmer that time. So they're double substitution, switching front row and back row. And Lexi Priggle back in to serve for the Bulldogs. Serve picked up by Hernandez. Nice pass that time. Plunkett with a hit off the touch. Picked up by and there's Farmer again. Boy, she mistimed her jump on that one. The set was a little higher than she expected, I think. And she could not hang in the air that long. Tried, but she couldn't.
She likes them a little bit lower.
Yeah. Well, I think she was expecting that to be a little quicker, so. Plunkett with the serve out long for the Reindeer. Farmer back to serve for the Bulldogs. Picked up by Hernandez. Johnson swinging out of the back row. Irby with the pickup. Nice smart play there by Priggle. White tipped that one over.
The tip hit, I don't know what that one was, but that was good. Worked.
Youngblood swinging away out of the middle that time. Tough pass to try to serve or try to set there. But Cowart was able to make it work. Johnson swinging, free ball back over. Clarkton back into position. A nice rally. This is one of the longer rallies of the night. And as soon as I said nice rally, the ball gets hit out. I don't think I did that though.
There were too many rallies that no one hit the ball. There was 4 times the ball went back. Each time,
free
1,
back
2,
and
3,
forth.
4, free back and forth.
Right.
And they're going to have to change that if they want to advance any further, both teams.
One of the things that we've noticed and when we've had, you had the Dexter Advance game last week, both really solid teams. And very few free balls back over on those. We had, we had Jackson and Cape Central, very few free balls back over. Balls that, they hit the ball on every time the ball has a chance to go back over the net. It's got some pace on it. So 21-15 now. Portageville with the 6-point lead here late in set number 3. Juliana Priggle continuing to serve for the Bulldogs. Nice short serve that time picked up. Johnson swinging out of the back rope. Liza Priggle with the push back over. Rivera's swinging away, and Cowart says that was my fault. She tipped it back. She should have probably tipped that over the net and just gone ahead and played it. And she is back in the front row, isn't she?
Yes.
So she could have. She's not able to jump much right now, probably. So Johnson coming out of the back row, off hands and down. That's one of her better swings of the night, I think.
She's had a solid game. Johnson has. She's had a couple that's hit out, but all in all, she has played her solid game.
22-16 now. Rivera with the serve. Irby with the swing. picked up nicely that time by Goings.
Ball
And
was
down. Youngblood with the hit down the line.
Portageville needs to slow this down. They need to get out of this rotation and get
Rivera with a
rotation.
good serve. In the pass into the
net.
net.
Coach is still mad about that one.
And Johnson with a powerful swing that time. Off hands and out of bounds for a kill. 22-18 now. And the ball went out into the concession area. Don't know where. Oh, there we go.
We got another one.
I'm not sure where it went. Now we've got 2 balls on the court. Could have just played with that one.
That was deep.
It was a very deep serve that time.
Good spot.
Nice spot by Irby. She saw that back line open and dropped it right in there.
So much going for Portageville when these girls are playing so smart, seeing some things, and they're so young still.
Yep.
So I'm so looking forward to seeing them in the future too.
Absolutely, absolutely. But they're strong. They're solid for sure. Another good swing by Johnson. Picked up in the back row by Priggle. 20.
Good hit.
24-18. So set point for the Bulldogs here for set number 3. Good pass that time, set to the outside to Johnson. Ooh, off hands and straight up against the ceiling, but and Maggie Priggle free ball over, but made it work, put it in the right spot. So Portageville with win in set number 2. So 25-18 in set number 2. We'll take a quick break and be back with Portageville ahead 2-1 against Clarkton Reindeer.
We're right here at King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill on world famous Beale Street, and as you can see, oh my gosh, we have the best barbecue ribs in Memphis. Oh my gosh, the gumbo is out of this world, but you gotta try the King's Triple Decker Slam Burger. You'll love it.
We're back here at the Portageville High School Gymnasium. Jim Bidewell Court, where the Bulldogs are leading 2-1 over the Clarkton Reindeer. This has been what we'd hoped for, a close, tight match. Portageville has pushed out ahead in all 3 sets. We're able to hold on in sets number 1 and 3. Set number 2, Clarkton was able to mount an amazing comeback from being down 21-14 to end up winning that one 27-25. What a push they put on in that set. Portageville was able to finish in set number 3 where they could not in set number 2. So, Coach, what are you looking at for set number 4 here?
So Clarkton seems to be making some really good things happen, and they come back and they come back. The score gets closer and closer, and then they dig back down. So in this set, and it's just too hard to come back on a good team when it is 6 or 7 points and to come back and win. So Clarkton really need to lower those mistakes, service receive, miss serves, whatever it is, they need to change that. Portageville's over there talking, we need to use everything. We need to find their hose, and they have found their hose, and they've done very well with it. We just need to do it more often, and we got to control those out-of-system balls. Those out-of-system balls where they're pushing it to Lexi Priggle or Mia Shear, those girls that are having to take the first pass, Portageville is not annihilating on that. They're not taking advantage of that, and they're not using what they need to do to put that ball away, to get to me free balls.
Yeah, and that's what we noticed in that long rally. That the reason it was a long rally is because every other ball was a free ball.
Free ball.
Not a lot of hits going on in that particular part of the set. So who's impressed you so far tonight, Coach?
So for Portageville, I have been impressed with their young setter. I've been impressed with their junior setter, their seasoned setter. Been impressed with both of them. As it all goes, Glow hits well. She does. But I'm telling you, the 2 or even the 3, to me, they have such a strong hitting team.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you go to. It could be whoever is on. What I find interesting about Portageville is that Maggie Priggle, she hits outside, she hits middle, then she hits right side. Same for some of these other girls. They just hit, I mean, it's not always definitely, oh, I hit solid middle, I hit solid middle. Even the Adams girl, Briley Adams, she hits right side one time, then she hits strong side another time.
Right.
Over here, I am still impressed with 15.
Right.
Angel Johnson always comes out solid. She hasn't lost her head, her cool at all.
Right. She plays on an even keel. She really
Yes.
does. We've noticed that over the last couple of years with her. Strong swing there by Maggie Priggle.
Yes. There again, Maggie now is going to play middle.
Right.
Or no, she's going to play right side. But she could put it away there too.
Right.
And some height helps.
It does. No doubt about that.
And nothing that Brinley Cowart could do. She couldn't jump.
So senior Briley Adams back to serve. Good pass by Hernandez that time. Set was a little off the net for Youngblood that time, and she hit it into the net.
I know Coach Cowart will go back here and look at how many hitting errors they've had. They've had several hitting errors, too many for a game like this.
Right. Adams back to serve again for Portageville. Johnson with a smart tip, but picked up nicely by.
So Philip and I talked over break. Brinley Cowart, you know, she's their setter. She is able to, but she is not able to jump.
Right.
And if she was their hitter right now, she probably wouldn't be playing because of that.
Right.
She's toughed it out so hard here and so long.
You know, and the other thing is that, you know, if they were running an offense like Portageville's running, they would just switch to one setter and just play that way because, you know, they're running 2 setters on the Portageville side of the ball, so they've got 2 quality setters all the way around. And so, you know, Clarkton's used to having Brinley Cowart as their setter all the time.
All the time for the last 4 years.
For 4 years, exactly.
Yeah. And I think she probably has been hurt before, but not like this, probably.
Yeah, and it's her foot, and she's clearly unable to move the way she wants to be able to move.
And Coach Cowart is not happy with the missed serves, and she's going to come back here and look and count.
Right.
And, you know, they're going to adjust, have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, Coach, when you're watching this tomorrow, you know, I mean, don't be too tough on them.
Don't be, yeah. That's what I tell her, yeah. She'll be like, no, there's a great kill.
Yeah, it was wide out of the middle that time, off the Juliana Priggle block and down. White just has height and extension over Priggle that time.
Yes.
So Cowart back to serve again for the Reindeer. Nice back set that time to Maggie Priggle. So Johnson tried to make that play with her offhand, her left hand, and instead hit it into the tape, right down the tape and down on her side. So 5-3 now for the Bulldogs. Lexi Priggle back in to serve for the Bulldogs. And hit it into the net.
Her serves are always short. I think they know that, and she's going to have to come up on that. They do a little slap hands and spin and turn.
They do.
That's their ritual.
They've got that figured out.
And it's what they do.
Yep. Good hustle by Cowart that time to be able to get
Nice
that ball
pass
back
by
up.
Glow Farmer, though. That was a
Very
hard
nice, because
one.
that was that cross court.
So miscommunication, but
Yep.
that's typically not a miscommunication, and now they're really compensating for her
Yeah,
as well.
that's typically just Cowart taking
Just
that
Cowart,
ball.
yes.
Yeah. And Plunkett, having played with her for so long, knew I've got to do something to help her here, and not much can be done. So they got Clarkton's a little out of sorts right now, for sure. But it could be Farmer's serves too.
It could be.
Because she makes it tough. She makes that first pass difficult with that hard serve. White she kind of hung up there for a long time. Got her hands on that ball, but couldn't do anything with it when it came down on her side. She was not over the net enough.
No.
Nice serve there. Barely cleared the net and then dropped right on the other side.
Coach is going to try to, Clarkton, she's going to try to bring someone in to stop this serve. Let's see what we can do.
Denise Wellington in for the Reindeer, the center of the back row. Waiting for that Farmer serve. She got her chance.
There she
Good pass. And White, but Farmer making a very athletic pickup on that ball. Smart in the right spot, too. Plunkett swinging away from the right side. Oh, White with a good block that time. She got in position that time, got her hands above the net, and was able to put it back onto the other side, to the
first set, we didn't see Plunkett swing very much at all. I don't think we ever called her name. I'm worried, but now I feel like, boy, here she is. Let's go.
She's really taking it on herself. Looking at that spot, but could not get the ball in where she wanted it.
Right.
So Juliana Priggle back to serve for the Bulldogs. Rivera with a shank pass. Free ball back over, all deep free ball. Oh, good pickup by Johnson there. Cowart playing it off the basketball goal.
Good save by Portageville.
Absolutely, good defense by Portageville. There's Rivera again swinging away. Picked up by Priggle. Comes over. Set to the middle this time. Off the block, picked up. Rivera again, off the block. Picked up by Priggle. Adams with the hit out of the outside. Rivera hit, that ball was low when she hit it right next to her head, and there wasn't any way that ball was clearing the net.
So I'm surprised Portageville won that point just because Clarkton was kept hammering. They just kept giving it back, and Clarkton kept hitting again, which was great.
Good defense, though, on
that's right
on the Portageville side. They were returning everything, even though they weren't returning them with hits. Johnson just missed that one out wide. And timeout. Coach is going to call timeout. And we'll stick around here this timeout. You know, we are always trying to do things that are innovative here at Aycorp Media and Aycorp Sports. So one of the things that we've started this fall with football is a podcast. And it's Andrew Moore and David Jenkins. They will host a weekly podcast discussing high school sports, specifically high school football right now. Episode 7 posted this morning at 7 o'clock with great analysis of local teams and the games that we saw last weekend. Looking forward to games next week, this coming weekend. Podcast drops every Monday morning at 7 o'clock. Look for it. It's the CMO Sports Zone with Drew and Dave. Look for it on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and the CMO Sports Zone YouTube channel. Have you gotten to hear that yet? You gotten to hear those guys?
No, I don't even know what half those things you mentioned are. So I may get fired tomorrow. I don't know.
No, that's fine. It's a podcast, and you may not do podcasts very much. So
I don't watch much TV. I don't listen to a lot of music.
I was going to say these are just people talking. There's not any video with these.
Okay,
They're just people talking.
I might like that. So I'll try to do that tomorrow.
Okay.
I've got to travel to Paducah.
There you go.
It'd be a good time for me to listen to something like that. I may do that.
Absolutely. So
I want to tell you something about Coach Cowart right now. Mm-hmm. It's not even the score right now for her.
Right.
It's the things they're not doing correctly that they typically do to correct. Mm-hmm. So that's what is why I think and feel that she is challenged right now and feels that. And it's not even the mistakes because Brinley can't get to the ball or anything like that.
Right.
It's the frustration that these are typically not things that we do.
I guess that ball cleared the net.
Yep.
Swinging away. Rivera that time found a good spot. Priggle was able to get to it, get it up, but it went into the net. Nobody could play it out of the net. So 12-6. Nabria White back to serve for the Reindeer. Nice set, tipped off the net and over.
Sister set
Plunk
and
it
sister.
plunk it out of the back row there.
Not again.
Free ball back over by Johnson. Boy, barely got it back over. That was a really short free ball that time. Actually, a good angle on that one back over by Priggle. Set to Adams. Set back over and in front, landed in front of Plunkett. Smart play by Adams there.
Portageville had too many free balls that they're not utilizing. They're making their setter work too hard for it, and then some weird things are going on, and odd passing, and just different things like that. That the setter is going to have to. They're going to have to cue on that a little bit.
So Mia Shearer back in and back to serve. Johnson with the pass. Back set. Nobody really there to pick it up.
Good.
But Farmer with a great defensive play. Oh, Johnson with a great hit that time. She hits and looks exactly the same as she looks as if she'd hit it into the net or off the back wall. I mean, that was a great hit, but she just doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court.
She doesn't. Now, she did against Gideon. I think it might have been just a little bit of a rival.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a little rival. That was a good spot for that serve right there. There's a
good pickup off of the block.
Out.
And Youngblood hits that ball out wide. Wide and long, probably.
And again.
So 14-7.
Coach Cowart said somebody hit the ball in.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the hitting mistakes are just unforced errors, too.
Right.
It's not like there's a big block up, overpass, and I think they got the net. Yeah, they got her in the net.
Yeah. Oh, Coach Kellum said, oh.
I mean, the net came down about 4 inches, so either the ball hit it really hard or her wrist hit it, and I think it was her wrist.
Yeah.
So that's that was close. That was very close to take. But it was out.
It was out. Here we go. What I think is one of Portageville's better lineups right here in this front row.
Yep.
Tall right-hand side.
And Plunkett may have been a little intimidated there. She was trying to hit around that block and hit it into the net.
So the good things right now is we have really good block for Portageville on that strong side over here for Clarkton, and that's what you're going to need, what Portageville's going to need.
And then the block wasn't up. And Angel
Yeah.
Johnson just pounded it off hands and out of bounds. So she's continuing to swing away.
You know, Philip, when I was playing, nobody filmed me.
Nobody
to tell me
Yeah.
what I was doing right or wrong.
Yep. It's nice. Be nice to go back and look at it.
It'd be nice to go back, yes. Oh. Hey.
Nice serve.
Portageville has got to get a stop here.
Well, and this is a little bit what happened. We don't want to say it too early, but it's kind of what happened in that set number two. They just kind of lost focus a little bit, but we'll see if they can regain that focus. That's out. Hit our table.
Yep.
So Cowart continues to serve for the Reindeer. Now it's 16-11. Pass that time by Farmer. Good block, but a good recovery by Priggle. And then there's Johnson finding her spot. A little bit more reaction from her that time.
Yeah.
She's feeling it a little bit right now, I think. So
Portageville has to know
16-12.
that she is going to go line if she can.
Absolutely. And if the block's not there, that's
where she's going to go.
Absolutely. And so they've got to get that block outside of that.
Out.
And that was out. Good communication by the coach and by the players on the court to let that ball drop.
off her hand.
Off her
That
block.
helped.
Absolutely slowed that ball down significant. Oh, nice play
block.
that time by Juliana Priggle. She just kept her eyes on that, moved her hands right to where Johnson tipped that ball to. That was focus.
That looked great.
Yep.
We could see it really well from here.
We sure could.
At this other angle that you have, the audience has right now. Don't know as well, but it was nice.
Very, very focused block. Tough pass that time. White hits it over. See, now that she made her work a little bit. Instead of it being a free ball, she made them work. And good things happen sometimes when you do that. So.
And there again, Portageville struggles when things go out of system.
Yep.
Right now, they struggle.
So Angel Johnson back to serve for the Reindeer. Good, strong, deep serve, but a great pass. Farmer, fortunately for the Reindeer, that ball tipped the top of the net. And then Johnson swinging out of the back row, blocked and down.
Yep, just not enough on it.
No.
She stopped her arm.
So Farmer back to serve for the Bulldogs. She's been really successful over this set and the set before on her serve. Clarkton has not been able to handle it really well.
Clarkton has finally picked up that tip here too.
Yep.
In that middle. Portageville was hitting it so much the first set.
White with the kill out of the middle of the short set, and they were able to get past Farmer's serve without losing a point. Plunkett with the serve into the net. 19-15 now, and Juliana Priggle back to serve. Let's see where she's going to go with her serve.
Rolled right off the tape.
Yep. I'm not sure that's what Coach Kellums was calling on the back there, but if she was and she was able to do it, then more power to them both.
Wow.
Strong block, a strong pickup. Oh my. Johnson and Rivera both looked at each other, and that ball fell right between them.
Yeah.
They've been playing together too long to let things like that happen.
Yeah. Those were some amazing digs here by Clarkton. There were 2 or 3 that were hard digs that were perfect.
Balls hit hard and passes, really good passes. White hit that one off the tape, but cleared the net. And then Johnson with this off the block.
Irby.
Yeah, Irby off the block and out of bounds.
And Portageville is doing what they need to do.
Absolutely.
They were hitting it.
Yep, swinging away. Okay, we'll take a quick timeout with the teams here. 21-15, the Bulldogs in the lead.
My name is Kevin Rossville. I'm a farmer from Prairie County, Arkansas. Been farming since 1991. Started farming with my father-in-law when I got married. We've been raising rice ever since. We've all been looking for something for a change for years. And I think this 263L is going to be the next and up-and-coming thing for us. It's really going to work well on a lot of different ground and a lot of different farms around here.
Dynagro 263L, available exclusively at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
And we're back here at the Portageville High School Gymnasium, where the Portageville Bulldogs up 2-1 here in this best of 5 varsity action. Leads here in set number 4, 21-15 with the serve. Clarkton, what's Clarkton need to do at this point, Coach, to try to get themselves back into it?
Well, they can't miss any more serves.
Right.
We know that. They can't let little things happen like they have here, and it's just going to take a little bit. They're going to have to push.
Well, how about Portageville? Portageville just needs to swing away.
Swing.
They need to swing. Right now, they need to take this to Clarkton, I think, right now. And that ball didn't clear the net, but maybe it did. We're at a bad angle. It's hard to tell. Looked like 4 hits from over here.
Yes. Anything tight with her on the front row, she just can't.
It's tough.
It's tough. So Portageville just needs to keep swinging, because it's making it so difficult for Clarkton. Even though they're getting a hand on it, it's just not making it perfect.
And and Portageville's loose right now. I mean, they're up 22-15. They're up 2-1. You know, they've just got to finish this. Right. Now is when they just got to push and finish it. So those two with their slaps
spinning.
and spins do it every time, and it keeps working.
I'd get dizzy and fall.
You probably would. Rivera with a tough receive there from the Juliana Priggle serve. So that brings us to match point, 24-15. The Bulldogs lead here in this pivotal set number 4.
So Coach will look back at this game, and I know she'll watch it. Service receive has really hurt them at times for Clarkton.
And
there is
nice, strong hit by Briley Adams. What a nice way to end it for the senior. So tonight's action was, everything we expected. The one thing we didn't expect was Brinley Cowart to get hurt in set number 1, and then to struggle sets 2, 3, and 4. I mean, it's clear that she wasn't even probably at 50% of Brinley Cowart. But I will tell you, 50% of Brinley Cowart's better than a whole lot of other players around this area. I mean, she's an all-state performer for a reason.
Yeah, there it is.
And tonight she had to play with a lot of brain because her body wasn't cooperating.
Right.
And I was impressed with that, with the way she continued to fight through it, even though, probably all of her sets in those last three sets were off one foot. I mean, she was holding that foot up during the breaks. She was putting ice on it during the in-between sets. So I mean, it was a tough match for her. Portageville's got to feel good about this, though. This was a team that they were looking forward to, a team that's beaten some teams that they haven't beaten, and they came out and they played as hard. They played as hard as they needed to. They had a lapse in set number 2, which we saw that really, they should have, they were way ahead. They should have won that set going away, but they let Clarkton get back into it, let Clarkton come back.
Right.
So what do you see going forward, Coach, for these two teams?
Both teams, they take from tonight what they take from it. Clarkton goes back and looks at some things and says, hey, we got to work on this. Portageville needs to go back and look at some things as well. But both teams, what a great game for both teams to have, to be able to say good competition going into postseason here pretty soon, into the conference tournament and then in the district tournament. Just good games for both teams. And honestly, it does affect your record. It didn't affect anything anywhere else.
Right.
But great competition for both teams.
Absolutely. We're probably looking at, very likely 2 district champions here. I mean, Clarkton will be the number 1 seed in their district for sure. Portageville probably the same.
Yes.
Now, whether they win them or not is going to be up. They still have to play the matches.
That's right. You still have to play.
But so just so everyone knows, we'll be at Wardell, Missouri tomorrow night, North Pemiscot. First opportunity we've had at Aycorp Sports to have North Pemiscot, and I think maybe the first time we've seen Risco in volleyball. And so we're excited about those 2 Tri-County Conference teams matching up tomorrow night. Now that game will start early. It'll start at 5 o'clock because because there won't be a junior varsity match, I don't believe, tomorrow night. So we'll be starting at 5 o'clock, which is earlier than we normally would. But we will we look forward to seeing you there tomorrow, and then Coach Ritter and I will have the action on Thursday evening. It'll be much later from Cape Notre Dame, where they'll probably they play not only a junior varsity game before, but also a 9th freshman game. So it'll be a little later, probably 7:30 before we get started with that game. So we look forward to bringing you all the action from those games. For Coach Gentry Vansel, I'm Philip Britt. For Aycorp Sports, I've enjoyed bringing you the action from here in Portageville. Stay safe.